Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Now, people that invest have one goal, right? And that's to make money, to profit, to capitalize on some profits. And you're supposed to buy low and sell high. And silver has a very unique position because the chance of it rising is extremely likely, especially given how extremely undervalued silver is compared to even gold. So this video is going to be explaining why invest into silver, and why it has so much potential and how you can make so much money from it. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe because I post daily videos. Now, the long bear market in silver. So, investors big and small, domestic and foreign, have piled heartily into gold since the start of COVID-19 bear market in stocks. Gold is one of the best performing asset classes in the first quarter of 2020, yet silver remains depressed. And many investors wonder why. The short answer is that 1. Silver reacts more to commodity cycles than gold due to its large industrial demand, and 2. Investment demand has weakened since the 2011 price high. And that's from people seeing $50 silver and now seeing $14, $15 silver. It just isn't as attractive. So, why invest in silver? Just like gold, there are many reasons to invest into tangible assets like silver. These are broader reasons to buy silver and don't include the current market dynamics, which we will cover later on in this in-depth report. Here are 3 of the many reasons why that investors diversify into silver. 1. Silver is a precious metal, yet is also so much more. It is a physical commodity widely used in a vast array of industrial purposes. Industrial demand for silver could slow in 2020 amid a slowdown in global economic growth in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Yet silver industrial demand is expected to continue to expand broadly in the years ahead, fueled by growing applications in electronics, solar panels, and more. New industrial uses are being found for silver almost monthly, it seems. Number 2, it is a monetary metal. Yes, it's money. Silver's been used as money for more than 4,000 years. Even recently in China, prior to the communist takeover in 1949, the primary currency used was US, Mexican, and Cuban silver coins. After the communists seized control, the new government ordered all the silver to be turned in. This is a useful explanation of how fairly recent silver was used in the daily transactions as money. Its size and lower cost value versus gold makes it an excellent transactional form of money. Some individuals who purchase physical silver today view it as an investment in an asset that could be again used for daily commerce, while others accumulate silver as a portfolio diversifier to in-store of wealth. Number 3, silver is also a financial asset, a store of value, and a proven portfolio diversifier just like gold. So research by the CPM Group reveals that the optimal level for silver portfolio diversification is around 5 to 10%, with benefits up to 25% of one's portfolio based on historical results from 1968 through 2018. So portfolios with silver allocation yield better returns with lower risk. Let's look at some recent history before analyzing the current silver market dynamics and the forecasts. So the long bear market, since trading around $49.80 on the New York spot market in 2011, silver fell into a commodity bear market cycle. Silver is more influenced than gold by traditional commodity market cycles due to the large amount of industrial demand for the metal. In commodity markets, high and low cycles reliably form. Why? High prices encourage production by miners, as they see an opportunity to cash in on the high prices. Since then, silver fell to a New York spot low of $11.75 last month. We believe the low is now in. There is an old saying in the commodity world, the cure for low prices is low prices. When you think about it, it makes perfect sense. High prices encourage mining production, which occurred in 2011. That creates a glut of supply and the surplus we have seen in the silver in the recent years. Meanwhile, low prices decrease production as mining is less profitable, which in turn creates a supply squeeze. Because of the large industrial demand for silver, the supply and demand conditions that dictate commodity market cycles have a larger impact on the price of silver versus gold. Experts are optimistic that the silver bear is bottoming out right now. Silver is already showing signs of turning higher following last month's liquidity washout, where investors sold hard assets like silver to cover margin calls in the stock market crash. Don't forget, part of the reason silver climbed to nearly $50 an ounce in 2011 was amid America's debt ceiling crisis with widespread concerns the U.S. could default on its debt. The S&P ratings agency issued a negative outlook on the USA AAA debt for the first time in history. In August, S&P downgraded U.S. debt, a major slap in the face, a warning signal to U.S. policymakers from AAA to AA+. Into the 2011 high, there was a massive investment demand for silver as a monetary metal and as a store of value. Once the U.S. policymakers addressed the debt ceiling, investors began to take profits on silver, which had climbed from a low around $8.75 in 2008 to $49.80 in 2011. And that, combined with increased silver production supply, the bear market began. We are likely at a new inflection point, expecting rising investment demand for silver to continue throughout 2020. So 3 major drivers for a new uptrend in silver. Here are 3 key factors that will drive silver higher in the years ahead. Falling supply. Total annual supply of silver is declining. After peaking in 2016, silver supply fell in 2017, 2018, and 2019. The global economy is already forecasted to skid its deepest recession in 40 years in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Slower growth will decrease mining production, which will decrease silver supply, setting the market up for a shortage as we emerge from the recession. Number 2, increasing industrial demand. Solar panel use hits new records in 2019. Jewelry and silverware demand remains strong. Electronic demand continues to climb for the past 5 years. New innovative uses for silver are increasing industrial demand, which will hit an important inflection point as we come out of the recession with a physical shortage. The supply and demand imbalance will be a major factor propelling silver higher in the next bull phase. Number 3, rise in investment demand. Just as we saw in the 2008-2009 crisis, investment demand soared amid concerns about fiat money devaluation and a loss of confidence in the government and rising government debt levels. We saw a massive surge in physical buying in silver over the last month. This will continue to expand as the recession deepens and the central bank continues its experimental money printing policies and the federal government continues on an unsustainable path of reckless government borrowing. Investment demand will soon become another major driver in the new bull market in silver. So here's intermediate term recommendation. In December 2019, the CPM Group issued a silver buy recommendation for investors with an intermediate term investment horizon, which CPM puts as a 2 to 3 year time horizon. So there's a lot of potential with silver, right? There's many things that's covered. So first, let's talk about this. So silver is used more in the industrial applications, in solar panels, dental alloys, space equipment, photography, photovoltaic cells, colloidal silver, silver nanoparticles. So silver is used a lot in the industrial world, where gold is used more for jewelry, more for coinage, more for bars, and that makes it a separate market. And silver is closely tied to the economy because it's used so much in the economy. So if the economy's hurt and the industrial side, the industries are being hurt, since silver is so intertwined with that, silver can also get hurt, where gold is more stored as a safe haven metal. So, people also look at silver as a store of value. It's like putting your money in a time capsule. It's like hedging it's putting your money in a time capsule as the dollar deflates. It's hedging against inflation. Inflation rates, rising inflation or hyperinflation is destroying the economy because we're pumping in all these worthless dollars. So silver's been $50 twice in the last 30, 40 years. Once in the 80s, 90s, and another in 2011. And we see the same patterns, right? It mentions the same patterns, right? Credit crisis, stock market crash, recession looming, bam, $50 silver. Right now, stock market crash, recession looming, but we also have COVID-19, which is another player in the game, which could actually make things even more extreme. So we know there's a silver shortage. There's definitely a shortage of silver over the last 7 years. Mexico, Peru, Chile, Australia, China, some of the biggest producers of silver have been abandoning silver mines. It's not as profitable as the price has been lower, but that also drives the production down, which means there's going to be a silver shortage. We already saw the U.S. Mint sell out of American Eagles, Royal Canadian Mint shut down, and that's going to affect the prices heavily. And that's definitely going to be something that's going to have to be incorporated with a rising demand as silver prices start to rise. And new investors, new money, new eyes, new perspective, new stackers will be forming, also driving the demand upwards. So anyways, I thought this article was very, very important to take note of, and just to get just get refreshed on. There is a lot of new stackers, a lot of new investors, a lot of new eyes in the world of precious metals. So hopefully this video kind of summarized and helped you get a nice perspective on why silver has so much potential and where it could fit into your portfolio. So if you thought this video was educational, informational, or just entertaining, make sure to smash that like button. Also make sure you subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos every single day, so stay tuned if you want the newest, latest precious news in the world of precious metals. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys and gals soon. Peace.